Well, hello, I am Kevin John, and this is the show for you if you love high school football. This week's episode will take a look at some of the best moments and games from the 7th week of the season, where around this time, teams begin to separate themselves for a playoff run. Now, we'll get things started looking ahead to ABC10's Game of the Week. Here's Matt George with the preview.
The Pioneer Valley League is up for grabs. The Lincoln Fighting Zebras and Oakmont Vikings are two of the teams in position to make a league title run, and this game between the two is primed to make or break their race.
All of our league opponents are quality opponents. The PVL is very balanced. I feel like anybody can beat anybody in any given week, and you can see that in the scores.
Last season, the Fighting Zebras got off to a 4-0 start before losing 3 straight, including to the Vikings. This year, after a 5-1 start, they are determined to learn from past mistakes.
We're not going to let that happen again this year, and we started that off right with the first one against Bear River. Even if it's close, a win's a win, right? Head in the right direction, and we're just looking even more prepared for Oakmont and the following games the rest of the year.
It certainly helps your chances of winning, too, when you play in front of your home crowd.
Oh, my goodness. Our win probability just skyrockets, with the zoo always having our back.
On the other side, the 3-3 Oakmont Vikings have been grinding. After last Friday's 1-point win over Center, Oakmont is starting to see the fruits of their labor.
We're starting to hit our stride. We're getting better every day with every rep that we take out here, and the kids are still here working. So I think we have a lot of room for improvement for down the stretch.
One thing that Lincoln has to look out for is the Viking pass game. Wide receiver Ocean Munoz is the 7th-ranked junior in the state and 2nd in the Sac-Joaquin Section in receiving yards.
The air attack on this Viking team it's like nothing before. Probably best Oakmont history, maybe.
And on the defensive side of the ball, well, let's just say Oakmont likes to hit.
So my goal is to just give it my all since my last year. I want to get over 100 tackles. I'm currently at 54. I'm hoping that we all come in, we're going to hit hard. We're just ready to come in hard, ready to hit. I just love winning. Love laying people out and hitting, yeah.
That should definitely be a good game. Now, ABC10 is looking forward to being out there this week. Now, for those who missed out in last week's action, we always have your back. Now, here's a look at last week's highlights, starting with a big-time league matchup between Del Oro and Granite Bay.
Good evening from Granite Bay High School, the site of a major SFL matchup between the Grizzlies and the Del Oro Golden Eagles, two teams in excellent position to make a league title run. It's senior night at Granite Bay High School as the Grizzlies, led by their band, take the field hoping to bounce back after a recent loss to Oak Ridge. Both the Grizzlies and Golden Eagles each have just one loss in league play, and a win tonight could have major implications for league championship positioning. On the final play of the first quarter, Granite Bay fumbles the snap. Del Oro senior Jamison French scoops it up, and there's nothing but cool fall air between him and the end zone. The Eagles take a 7-0 lead, but the second quarter belonged to one man, Granite Bay star running back Isaiah Enne. The senior sets the Grizzlies up beautifully with this run, including the smooth spin move, putting Granite Bay in the red zone. Then sophomore Brody Walker does the rest. He punches this in for 6, and we are tied. But not for long. After the Grizzlies defense gets a stop, NA takes this handoff 85 yards after hitting one of the nastiest jukes you will ever see. Put that on SportsCenter. NA has made a superstar career out of runs just like that, but he also shines on the defensive end. Final seconds of the first half, Del Oro looking to answer. NA picks off Nolan Save's pass in the end zone. What can't this man do? So Granite Bay takes a 14-7 lead into the break. Third quarter now, Grizzlies trying to build on their lead, and I completely bit on this play-action pass, but the Del Oro defense didn't. Sophomore Chase Carmazzi lunges for the interception, and the Golden Eagles are back on the attack. They march down into the red zone before Nolan Save calls his own number. He sees a weakness in the defense down the far sideline, and he exploits it. This touchdown makes it a 14-13 game, but Del Oro misses the PAT. That's when this game got chaotic. In the fourth quarter, the Grizzlies put together a long drive, eating a ton of time before being stopped on fourth down deep in Del Oro's territory. With no timeouts and just over a minute remaining, the Eagles fight to get into field goal range, but they lose the race to Father Time. They can't get the snap off in time for the game-winning field goal try before the final whistle is blown. Granite Bay bounces back with a classic SFL battle down to the wire. Final score, Grizzlies 14, Golden Eagles 13.
Thank you, Matt. Great stuff out there. I want to be Isaiah N.A. when I grow up. If only I can grow that hair out like him. Yeah, it ain't happening. All right. Well, the hottest ticket in town on Friday night was at Folsom High School. Not only do you have the top two teams in the section going head-to-head, but it's also a rematch of last year's section championship game with the same result. We're heading to Folsom High School. The Bulldogs are well-rested coming off their bye week, while the Oak Ridge Trojans are coming off a victory over Granite Bay last week. We'll pick this one up in the first quarter. Oak Ridge on the 1-yard line. Tyler Andujar plows this in for the touchdown. And just like that, it's 6-0 Oak Ridge. But you know you can't hold a Bulldog down for long. To the second quarter now. Ryder Lyons, yeah, the 5-star product. He hits Jamison Powell across the middle. And grab your hand sanitizer, because Powell is straight filthy. He hits him with the shake and bake, dives across the goal line for the touchdown. This kid is must-see TV. But Oak Ridge would try to clap back. Later in the quarter, Nick Johnson going deep. And watch Braxton Martinez go up and catch the ball at the highest point. Oh-wee. Martinez got the highlight catch, but Folsom would get the win. The Bulldogs, hey. They scored 21 unanswered in the second half to win this one 28-9. Folsom, hey. They moved to 5-1 on the season. Staying in Folsom, next we're heading to the campus of Vista del Lago, where the Eagles welcome in the 4-1 Inderkum Tigers out in Natomas. Shout out to the student section. Apparently it was neon night out there. All right, we're going to pick this one up in the third quarter. Inderkum ball. Brody Cole going deep. And like a good neighbor, Josiah Amy is there for the touchdown. We call that a dime. Tigers up 37-10 at this point, but give Vista del Lago credit. They ain't going down like no punks. Later in the quarter, Eagles ball. Jack Cromwell takes the handoff, and I'm going to call this kid Casper, because now you see him, now you don't. He burst in for the touchdown. He got wheels, too. Eagles fighting back, but Inderkum was too much on this night. Ensuing drive, Brody Coe back to pass, looking, finding. He hits Jordan Cole. Cole bobbles it, but watch the concentration as he secures this catch. If your last name is Cole, you had a good game. This game, all Tigers, they go on to defeat Vista del Lago 45-17. Inderkum moves to 5-1 on the season. Congrats to Inderkum on the victory. Well, the Rio Linda Knights and Casa Roble Rams have been on a tear recently. Both teams entered Friday night's contest riding 3-game winning streaks. But on this particular night, not even Cam Scadaboo could save Rio Linda. We're heading to the campus of Rio Linda High School. Shout out to the band there. Casa Roble making the trip from Orangeville to be there. Also making the trip to be there, that cute dog right there. Say hello to Harley. Yeah, Harley is not amused. He's tired. All right, to the game. We're going to pick this one up in the first quarter. First play from scrimmage for the Rams, Aiden Lopez. It's Carter Koss. And look at Carter, bobbing and weaving to pick up a huge chunk of yardage. Later on the drive, Lopez hits Jalen Barcinas. And Jalen is going to follow his blockers, then hit him with the 1-2 step. Look at that. And he ain't stopping until he gets to the end zone. Get off me. Just like that, it's 7-0 Rams. Now later in the first, Casa Roble back on the attack. Lopez hits Felix Rodriguez, and watch Felix break this and carry the whole team on his back. Hercules. All right, later on the drive, Casa Roble in the red zone. Lopez with the quick strike to Lofton. And watch Lofton extend the ball past the goal line for the touchdown. Ooh-wee. Casa Roble opened the game on a 14-0 run. The Rams go on to win this one 32-13. Casa Roble moves to 5-1 on the season. Congrats to Coach Horner and company. Next, we're heading to El Camino Fundamental High School, where those guys got to be a little chilly on this night. The Rio Americano Raiders hosting the Bella Vista Broncos. We're going to pick this one up in the second quarter. Rio Americano ball. Ryder Trantham going deep. And look at the touchdown catch by Devin Pointes. Hot diddly dee. That was nasty. Raiders took a 23-13 lead at the half. To the third quarter now, Bella Vista claps back. Donovan Farron takes the pitch. He reaches pay dirt for the touchdown. But the Raiders would answer right back. Raymar Griffith takes the handoff, and watch him pause for a second right here. Pause, Vogue. And look it, he bounces it outside, gets it for the touchdown. Oh, you fancy, huh? Rio Americano goes on to win this one 35-28. The Raiders move to 4-3 on the season. Congrats to Rio Americano. Well, it goes without saying that this season hasn't gotten off to the best start for Grant. But I'll tell you this, once those Pacers get going, woo, watch out. We're heading to Grant High School, where the vibes are always nice. Cheerleaders got on their stunner shades. Put your stunner shades on. The Pacers welcoming in the Destiny Christian Academy Lions. We're going to pick this one up in the first quarter. Grant wastes no time getting busy. This is how you get the party started. The Pacers run it in for the first touchdown of the game, and just like that, Grant takes a 7-0 lead. Now later in the first, Pacers back in the red zone. This time, it's Smitty Cramp who reaches pay dirt. And how about that Pacers air attack? I'm glad you asked. Later in the quarter, Thorne Watson catches this ball at the backfield. And just like a teen running home on a Friday night to make curfew, Watson is going to run this all the way to the house. Grant comes out the gate taking a 21-0 lead. The Pacers go on to upend Destiny Christian Academy 42-6. Grant moves to 3-4 on the season. Next, we're heading to Elk Grove. The Monterey Trail Mustangs hosting the Pleasant Grove Eagles, a matchup of two 4-1 squads. Both of these teams put up at least 60 points in their last respective game. Monterey Trail ball, Caden Love back to pass, but the Pleasant Grove D-line shows him no love as they get in for the sack. Wouldn't matter though. Later on the drive, Mustangs in the red zone. Just give the ball to Odie Jefferson, because he's moving on up to the east side. All right, he takes us in for the 5-yard touchdown run. The Mustangs go up 21-0 at this point. And how about that Monterey Trail defense? Pleasant Grove back to pass. The pass rush forces the fumble. Loni Kafuvala picks it up. I don't know if I said his name right, but he did that right. He returned that for a touchdown. This game, all Monterey Trail. The Mustangs shut out the Eagles 35-0. Monterey Trail moves to 5-1 on the season. Next, we're staying in Elk Grove, where the Thundering Herd are hosting the undefeated Chico Panthers. We're going to pick this one up early on. Elk Grove kicking off to Chico. Shamar Riley on the return. Looks like he's going to get a great return out of this, but he coughs it up. It's picked up by Chase Dyer, and Dyer says, I don't know what your plans are this Friday night, but I got reservations for 6. Elk Grove would take a 10-0 lead. Ensuing drive for Chico. John Bernardez. He's going to call his own number, and watch JB get busy. He's going to, look at this, bob, weave, shake, bake, moving, grooving. He picks up 27 yards on the run. Chico would come from behind to win this one 27-17. The Panthers move to a perfect 5-0 on the season. Well, talk about another great week for high school football. The Sac-Joaquin Section never disappoints. As for our guest today, we're welcoming in the 7-0 Sutter Huskies. They join Matt George and I in the studio. It's the undefeated Sutter Huskies joining us here. And let me introduce them to you guys. Representing the Huskies, we have the senior captains up here. We're going to start off over here on the side. We have Gary Bicknell. What's up, Gary?
What's up?
All right. Right next to him, we have Max Bringold. What's up, Max?
What's good?
All right. Right next to him, we have Justice White. What's up, Jay?
How we doing?
Oh, brother, we're doing great. All right. We're going to go over to this side. We have Braden Scritchfeld. What's up, B?
What up?
All right. And right next to him, not to be confused with the Hollywood actor, it's the head coach, Ryan Reynolds. The real Ryan Reynolds.
The OG. Yeah.
The OG. There you go. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show this Sunday night. We appreciate it. 7-0 start. You guys are just demolishing opponents. I'm trying to come up with a superlative that can describe what you guys are doing to opponents on the football field. But what do you describe just this dominant start to the season? What do you guys attribute that to?
Honestly, preparation and what these guys put in the offseason and really over the last 4 years. You know, their work ethic is second to none. And, you know, the off-season preparation just rolls right into the season, and these guys work extremely hard and take pride in preparing for each and every opponent every week. They treat everybody the same.
Now, to hear your coach say something like that about you guys, where does that pride come in when you put on that Sutter uniform to go out there, take practice serious, and then that translates to game success?
It's definitely heavy. You feel it when you're out in that environment. Just because we start working so early that ball's been going for so long, you just got to keep it going. And then you keep on that track.
Yeah, really to pick off what he said, we after last year's loss, we really never stopped. Honestly, we just kept the ball rolling. We maybe took a couple weeks, and then we were just right back into the groove. So like he said, we really never put the football down. We just stayed in our path, just kept going.
Up,
yeah.
Braden, we could spend this entire time just talking about how prolific your guys' offense is, the amount of points that you're putting up. But also you look on the other side of that and you're holding teams to single digits, sometimes slightly double digits. From the quarterback perspective, how good is it to have that defense that you know always has your back?
I mean, I love it because we go out there, scoring a couple plays, and I know the defense is only going to take 3 plays to get us the ball back.
You ever get tired from that, though? Like, hey, guys, give us one more serious.
I love it.
Max, I mean, when you have a team that's this dominant on both sides of the ball, it's great to have a well-rounded football team, right? But is there one side over the other that you would say, like, we are known for offense, we are known for defense, or is there a side that you just enjoy dominating more?
I kind of like them both equally as right now, but I know Sutter has definitely been known for, like, their good, really strong defenses. You know, they've also been known for putting a lot of points up on the board, so I think both of our defense and our offense are both just as good.
Now, I'm curious, when you guys are week after week, not only winning, but I mean handily winning a lot of these games, just dominating your opposition, how do you guys stay motivated week after week to still come in and not get too high on that, not get too big-headed, but still come in week after week and work hard? How do they stay grounded so well?
It's difficult. And we set the tone as a coaching staff. And, you know, the players see us treat every single opponent the same. And I think, you know, when they see that our preparation doesn't slow down, you know, they rise to the challenge every week.
Max, you brought up earlier the history of Sutter, right? And there's a very rich history with this program. You have to be an incredibly gifted and competitive player to make that roster, let alone have the success that you guys are having. We got the 4 captains up here, so for any of you 4 that wants to jump in, or all 4 of you, how seriously do you take being a captain, being a leader of a program that has the success and the history like Sutter does?
You know, I'd say from when we were freshmen here, I'd probably vouch for all of us in this, you know, seeing all the captains and just what it means to be a captain for this team, and, like, you know, the role you uphold when you are a captain. And it's a big role, you know, making sure the guys are, you know, running straight, but it's a great time, and I love it.
I know a lot of us grew up watching the Sutter games every Friday night when we were little kids. So knowing and seeing those captains when you're little and idolizing them almost, it puts that weight on you when you get in that spot yourself. You're like, now you got to be the example to all these kids that come out and watch you every Friday night.
Well, it definitely looks like you guys are leading a good example and just being exemplary student athletes. Now, speaking of student, when you guys are on campus and going to class and whatnot, seeing that you're 7-0, is there a little extra pep in your step when you're walking around the classroom or walking around campus?
Definitely not. You know, I know for me at least, I try to stay humble, you know, and not really let football get in the way of, you know, school and, like, you know, how I act. So
I respect that, Max. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of what he said. We just treat it as, you know, another day in the classroom. We don't really try to, like, bring sports into it. Just make it sports time and class time. You know what I'm saying? Just separate the two. Keep it as humble as possible.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, our program, I mean, we don't even focus on winning football games. We focus on our culture and our core covenants broken down, the acronym is LEAD. And we're trying to build leaders, you know, not just on the football field, but in the classroom, on the campus and community. Hopefully these guys go on and they're going to lead young men someday in whatever they do. So, you know, I think these guys take that to heart, and our whole team does, really.
You guys are all seniors. What is the objective? What is the goal? What are you guys hoping to accomplish this season before you guys head out?
We're going to finish the mission.
As I say, we're ending the season on a win, and hopefully that's an undefeated season going all the way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think there's anything you guys can accomplish. And starting off at 7-0, you guys are well on your way to making another huge run in the postseason. So we definitely wish you guys the best of luck from here on out. And thank you once again for coming on and spending your Sunday evening with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Once again, guys, it is the Sutter Huskies football team. If you want to check them out in action, their schedule is on their website and on Max Preps. Definitely support these young men.
And if you need plans on Halloween, not to look too far ahead, but Sutter versus Casa Roble for the league, most likely. I can't wait.
And the number 1 seed.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a banger.
I can't wait.
Grab your popcorn or Halloween mask. Well, if you haven't been paying attention to the Cesar Chavez High School football team out of Stockton, they're bound to get your attention soon. Off to a historic start this season, this group of lifers, as they call themselves, are all gas, no brakes.
Yeah, we're on a roll, and we're just nonstop going. We're going to beat everybody else in this league and go for a playoff run. That's our goal.
Well, the Titans are well on their way to establishing that goal. Off to a 7-0 start for the first time in program history, there's something special brewing with this team.
I feel like this is the highest level football I've played so far, and we're having a high level of success. So I just feel like it's probably the best team I'm going to play on.
One thing's for sure, this team had a feeling they'd be great this season.
We expected it. We planned for it. We're ready. We've been ready this whole summer and been training since December.
The Titans are led by second-year head coach Derek Graves Jr., and he's really changed the culture here.
He's just a great role model as a man. He's a very important person in my life outside of football. He does a lot of things for the team and the community. We're trying to get every player to the next level, and that's what Coach Graves is doing, and as he's working hard to do, and he helped me with that, and he's helped a couple other players too, and he's helping everybody.
Coach Graves is a graduate of Cesar Chavez, and he understands the responsibility that comes with being a head coach.
I think football is a game that literally taught me a lot of life lessons, and I had a lot of great mentors and coaches that helped me along the way, and I just wanted to pay it forward.
And he's doing more than paying it forward. He's instilling a unique bond within the team.
And we have a group of young men who are really buying into something special, and we're improving every day, and we're excited about just being Titans. We're excited about being lifers. That's what we call ourselves. It's not just a name, it's a way of life. Lifers, the L stands for little things, the I stands for intensity, the S stands for family, the E stands for education/effort, the R is response, and the S is success.
And the one thing this team is not lacking, confidence.
We gonna outwork you. It's 4 quarters in the game, and we're gonna be able to outrun you for all 4 quarters.
All I gotta say is, if you're playing us, just get ready.
Well, this should definitely be a great week for high school football. Can't believe we're heading to the 8th week of the season. Now, you can watch us every Friday night at 11 p.m. for highlights from all the big games. And, of course, we'll also have highlights on ABC10 Plus, our free 24/7 streaming app, where you can keep up to date with sports, news, and weather. I am Kevin John. I will see you next time.